There's gonna come a time where y'all are gonna learn to stop being raggedy ass bitches in my comments because the entitlement is crazy. Okay. Some people are gonna say, oh, this is too much. Some other people are gonna say, just ignore them. We love you, your content, whatever. But I'm a little bit pissed because I didn't see this comment until after I posted a series of spooky stories last night where I was reading somebody's story. A submission, mind you. Now, here's what I don't understand. I guess it's a good thing you show your true colors once your content was no longer interesting, but do you be lazy and read other people's comments? LOL, because reading other people's comments is lazy. But what's funny is they didn't think that it was lazy of me to read other people's submitted stories. I'm reading people's shit no matter fucking what. So the original comment was, while reading comments is all fun and whatnot, when are you going to sprinkle in your original format? I've started skipping these now. What bothers me is whenever people mention that they're skipping my video. You don't have to mention that. I don't care. Like it's it's none of my business that you're skipping my videos. And it's also weird, and like, you throwing that in there makes it seem like you are like not going to watch any of my content anymore unless it's what you want. And I don't think you understand how petty I am. It makes me not ever want it, but I don't want to ruin it for other people because other people enjoy it and they're not assholes about it. And again, I had to like just woke up, I believe, whenever I saw this, or like I was tired last night. I can't remember when I saw it, but it was after I posted the series of spooky stories video. And I was like, I'll start skipping these now. Like, what do you, okay, whatever. And I responded and I said, when I feel like it, because y'all telling me that you're skipping them just makes me not want to. It's fucking weird because it is. And that's when they said I wasn't being rude. I was just pointing out that so many people followed you for your content and it's been MIA since May. 2 months is a long time to read other people's comments. But multiple years of reading other people's stories is not you see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. They said I wasn't saying stop altogether, just asking for your original content to be sprinkled in as well. I guess it's true to me, your heroes, which is so dramatic and funny to me. And I know it's just a phrase, but bitch, I am a fucking nobody on the fucking internet. I am a content creator. Whose fucking hero am I? Nobody's. And I commented back and I said, you know, I haven't had but a couple of comments asking the normal spooky stories because while people do follow me for that, they enjoy the content, period. Because that's the thing. I follow people for certain content of theirs as well, but I'm not in their comment section acting like I'm gonna stop watching them because they aren't doing that anymore. You know what I mean? It's icky. And it's okay for people to want to change their content. This is not the content that I built my platform on. I got 380 something thousand followers from doing Siphities and anonymous petty events. Spooky stories didn't start till last year. So, and that's when I mentioned the spooky stories is new. And I said my platform wasn't built off of this, so that's not my normal. And it's not been my normal for a long time either. People's pages change and they start doing other kinds of content. And I do what I enjoy, period. Because while this is income for me and I want to make it a large sum, my sole income, I'm going to continue to do what I enjoy. And y'all are going to recognize when I don't enjoy things anymore. And I'm not going to do that. You were being rude. The comment was giving entitlement. I've had a couple of comments asking for the spooky stories, and their approach was far different because it was. They're like, oh, I miss the spooky stories. I love this, but could we get a story or whatever? Like, not acting like dicks. And they're like, well, I'm here for you no matter what. And that's what I love because there's a lot of people who will say that they love the stories that I tell, but they also love me, you know? And then obviously I mentioned, like, keep all of that in mind before you jump to the melodrama of don't meet your heroes. Good God, because that was so dramatic. And then that's when they responded this. Well, I guess it's a good thing you showed your colors when your content was no longer interesting. Clearly it was, or you wouldn't be asking for it. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't be saying, like, you don't mind this. You know what I mean? Like, pick a side. But do you be lazy and read other people's comments? Because reading other people's comments is lazy. But what's funny is, again, it's not lazy when I read other people's stories who were submitted to me. It's quite literally the same thing, except for it's in my comment section. So I'm like, no, people aren't going to talk to me any type of fucking way. I don't care if this is me doing too much. I don't care if this is me, whatever, like literally. And people are going to say again, ignore them, whatever. And I do a lot of the time, but like this shit pisses me off because like the what got me was the I'm skipping these now. because it's like trying to give almost, it's not an ultimatum per se, but it's like throwing it in there like, I'm not going to watch this if you don't do what I want you to do, and I'm literally going to do whatever I want to do on my own platform. The people that support me will support me no matter what I do, period. And they will enjoy the content that I do with the spooky stories in there as well, because that's what I've, again, started building my platform off of now, and doing something different, because I do enjoy the spooky stories and conspiracy theories and all this other stuff. But at the same time, if I wanted to switch it up and do other things in my content, I'm going to do that as well, because it's literally my platform.